Hello, this is Barry. You're watching Barry and the PI. Well, as you can see, I know some of you might not know about Barry's Pleasure Squad. I couldn't let that little dictator Kim Jong-un get away with having Pleasure Squad, and me, King Barry, doesn't have one. So I created my Pleasure Squad helmet made out of calabash fruit, very hard. And so I'm taking applications from young Filipinos who want to be part of Barry's Pleasure Squad. All right, now on to our business today. In there. Now, today I want to talk about Filipino food. Uh, they don't send their cows and pigs to feedlots and fatten them up. At least I've ever heard of one here. And so the meat you get is pretty tough. Even lechon is kind of tough, some parts of it. I like a lot of Filipino foods. Uh, One of my favorites is shrimp gambas. That's cooked with shrimp and lots of peppers and on a bed of rice. And it's good. I also make my own fried shrimp, butterflied shrimp from the U.S. I like chicken and pork adobo. That's pretty good, and it's cooked a long time, so it gets a little bit more tender. They have a stew here. I can't remember the name of it. It starts with an M. Kind of a stew, and that's pretty good too. But Philippine spaghetti is not very good. It's just like ketchup poured over a bowl of spaghetti. So be aware that you're not going to have the finest quality of beef or pork found here. Some of this stuff is all right, but that's why I get most of my meat from S&R. You can get an Australian beef there, and sometimes Japanese Wagyu. Those are pretty good, pretty tender. And there's stores like Senti's. They've got shops all over Manila and outside of Manila that serve good steaks, although they tend to cut them a little thinner than I like. So you just have to look around. Some of the higher end supermarkets here, like Landry's and S&R and Landmark, I think it's called, they'll have some good beef. And my wife is a good cook. She makes a lot of other stuff. Some of it I won't eat, some of it I will. Pancit's all right. Not enough meat in it for me. They also spaghetti might have sliced hot dogs in it. And yeah, I'll eat it, but not a big plate of it. So there's some good Filipino restaurants in Manila that are well known. They've been there a long time, and they serve some good food too. But plan on some of it being tough. You just have to shop around. But the meat that you get from the wet market isn't going to be very tender. Uh, they also have, well, the cornbread is, I'm trying to think of the name of it. I can't remember it right now. But you can buy some of that and make your own cornbread. That's what I do. Because I like cornbread. I'm from Texas, in the deep south, and we love our cornbread. Filipino desserts, they'll have all kinds of stuff. Ice cream, they like ubi, which is a root of the ubi plant. And it's purple. And it's all right. And they have they are now eating pancakes a lot more. I think that more or less came from the U.S. The U.S. had a lot of bases here, particularly during the Vietnam War and after World War II. So they have a thing called like a cream brulee. That's pretty good. So, and you can get good cakes at Red Ribbon and is it Greenwich? So yeah, it's pretty good, but you might want to, pick out, go to some of the bigger supermarkets and get your meats from there. At least that's what I usually do. Sometimes Midas is cooking for her family and stuff. She gets it at the meat market and she tries to give it to me and I can't eat it. I'm too old to have strong teeth. So it's, but Philippine food expected a lot of garlic. They use a lot of garlic. Most Asian countries do, I think. I know when I lived in Taiwan, sometimes you would get on the subway or bus and sit next to somebody who just had their breakfast, and God Almighty, it smelled horrible. It was garlic, and it was just a little too much for me. But Chinese food's good. I like a lot of Chinese food. And they do have Panda Express here. So when I go into Manila, I usually sometimes stop by there and get some stuff that I like, Chinese food. So yeah, I don't like stuff, but one thing I noticed this in Taiwan, is that you go to a 7-Eleven store, and they'll have this little box of stuff. It's covered in spicy, hot sauce. It's chicken feet. How in the world are you going to eat chicken feet? all cartilage, you know. And so I'd go and look and I'd see that there, and the girl would ask me, "Oh, you want some?" No, 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 I'm not buying chicken feet. But fortunately in Taiwan, there was always some small stores that had a lot of American products there. And here too, as I mentioned, Sandy's is a good place. Uh, and so you can get some American food. S&R, I always get a can of chili. American, either Wolf Brand or what's that other one, I can't remember. But I'd get cans of chili, I'd get some pinto beans, and stuff like that I like. And you can't, it's hard to find a big baked potato, baking potatoes, Idaho potatoes. Usually the Filipino potatoes are about that big, about the size of my fist. So some of those things are hard to find. But you can always get rice everywhere. And it's not expensive either. And as I say, Filipinos eat rice. That's a staple. I used to call Mida when I was back in the States, and I'd, I said, "What are you doing?" "I'm eating." "What are you eating?" "Rice." "That's it? Just rice?" I said, "Oh no, vegetables, or sometimes sardines." One thing you can get here is sardines, and I like eating the herrings, and oh God, what is that? Canned meat that we started in the U.S. I can't remember the name of it now. That's an old guy. He forgets stuff that he usually knows. "Hello, Butter. How you doing?" One of my dogs. So that's just about all I wanted to bring up. You Filipinos, you want to join Barry's Pleasure Squad? Just come by. Not when Mida's here, though. So that's it. I got the Barry the Surfer Dude shirt on today from Boracay. And Boracay is going pretty good now. It's picking up. We were there in September, or November, no, October, and there were quite a few people out there, and shops and bars were open, hotels. So if you come in here, you might want to try and spend a few days down there. Nice beach. And I guess that's about it. I'll show you. You should always need to get up first. Those are my shaky legs. I showed you one of my angel's trumpets. Well, look at those. that one's got two new ones and a couple of dead ones. But that's going to look beautiful with all of them flowering like that. There's my lobster tails. And the second one just coming up. We got a good rain the other day. It rained most of the day and on into the night, so about 9 o'clock. And there's some around my yard here. So y'all take care, stay safe, and take care of your family and neighbors if you can, and we'll see you again tomorrow.